tell you one of my favorite moments of being a boss was when
I didn't pay everyone.
I didn't pay anyone.
I refused to pay them.
And I took their money and I went gambling.
And I loved it. And I tell you what, I said,
such
kids,
a good time.
Would you like your paychecks this week, or
At
would
the
you like
casino.
10% more if I win?
I just sent a text, said red or black.
Oh, gosh.
No, it was when the boys, so Noah and Seth were in charge of finding a candidate.
Yes.
And they found, I said, boys, go to Hogwarts and find me a wizard. And they did. And they came back with the little Noah, or Newah, as we call him. Mm-hmm. And so I met him, and I realized his qualifications, and I thought, okay, that's all I need to know. So I hired him on the spot, right, like that, because that's the way I do things. I sent the boys out, I talked to him, I got a feel for him, I tested him a bit, see if I like our dynamic, and then made the decision, okay, I hired him. He leaves, then I go tell Noah and Seth I hired him. And they're like, oh, well, don't we get to weigh in on it? Well, what if there's a problem? What if there's an issue, they said. Mm-hmm. And I said, who do you think hired you two idiots? Mm-hmm. It was me. Are you questioning my judgment? Because if that's the case, march yourself out of here. Mm-hmm. Because I hired you morons, didn't I?
Right. Yes. No, and I get that.
And they had no argument for me. Mm-hmm. They had no argument.
You know who else that didn't have an argument? Me as your equal. I wished I could have met Newah before you hired him without even telling me he was being interviewed. So I don't even want to hear it from Noah and Seth. Do you know what it feels like to be me? He just calls me and goes, I've hired someone new. And I was like, what? He goes, I interviewed him. Can you believe it? Seth and Noah are mad. I was like, I'm mad. I am mad. Who is it? He could be a serial killer.
You could have been there with me, but because it was before 11 a.m., you weren't interested.
Right. You know this about me. Why are you acting like this is a negative? It's a personality trait. I cannot get up early. You know this. It's a fact. No, really. This is what it's like to work with Lee Cruz. If you ever thought, oh, you know what? That guy's a hoot and I bet he's so fun to work with. #and4. No. He's rogue all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm winning.
Doped up on coffee.
I'm winning.
And cigars.
You like Newah. Bridget likes Newah.
It's not about Newah.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. Bridget just said. He's a good kid.